My favorite character is also, I was gonna say 12-year-old Gohan, but I like the sound of Teen Gohan better.
Young Gohan.
Young Gohan.
Okay, my favorite characters are Vegeta, Piccolo.
Don't touch Krillin. Don't touch him.
Fuck you.
Don't touch
Fuck you, man.
him.
Krillin's mine.
For me, my favorite character is Teen Gohan, especially the Cell Saga one. Vegeta and Goku.
Saiyan lover.
My top-rated characters in the show are Future Trunks, Piccolo, Krillin can go die. I'm gonna say Hercule. Good character.
Wow. This guy.
My favorite characters are Teen Gohan, Future Trunks, and I mean, no one other than those two really stands out to me, so I'm leaving it at that.
Ooh, alright.
Oh,
Yeah,
Piccolo.
that's alright.
Piccolo.
Vegeta is like one of the coolest characters because he actually he works so hard to get where he is.
Perseverance. Yeah.
He was always you can see in the whole series that he had to train to get to where he is, and by the end he was the second strongest character. But that's through perseverance. He wasn't like a genius like Goku was, in a sense. He wasn't.
There's
blessed.
something underdog about him.
Yeah. The other thing as well, I guess, he was comparing to Goku anyway. He was a better father, so I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a good dad.
Goku's only in my top 3 for I guess the stock standard reasons. He's not there as a role model. Put it that way.
He's the main. He's literally the main. You watch the show. The show's about him. I think it's
yeah, definitely Vegeta is I think what John just mentioned there before as well. A bit of an underdog, and who doesn't love an underdog? I think.
His story is really sympathetic in the Namek saga.
Yeah, in the
when
Namek.
and he's
when he
motivation.
dies.
Yeah.
But just his history about how he's kind of been in a hostage situation from the guy who killed his dad and planet. And it's well, yeah, I can understand why this guy turned out evil.
Even when you can see when Cell almost killed Future Trunks in the sense, how angry he got. You didn't expect that from him.
Yeah, those bursts of emotion.
Yeah, because I think Trunks always thought he didn't really like him or whatever kind of thing. But then at that moment you see
he's a tsundere, you know?
Yeah,
You guys are
he is a
converting me.
Tsundere. Aside from what you guys already said, I like that he kills people. I actually like that there's a character that isn't afraid to fucking kill people when they're clearly bad. Vegeta was that asshole that from the Saiyan saga, he was evil, right? And then he escaped to the planet. And then as he was healing, Kui was on that ship that he was healing on. And then you got to realize through Kui that holy shit, Vegeta's actually being treated like shit by these people.
He's one of the nicer guys. You kind of feel sorry for him a little bit, yeah.
He's the lowest person in this group.
In this hierarchy,
and, yeah. And they treat him really racist. And,
monkey, yeah. Yeah. Nice Japan, nice.
That's why he's so easy to root for, because he'd been bullied by all these people
you
in
understand
groups, taking him down one by one.
motivations.
Yeah, man. On Namek, he was this weird chess piece that was neither good nor evil.
Catwoman. He was Catwoman on Namek.
He was so interesting to watch because you just wanted to see whoever he met, how it would unfold. It was so cool.
When Krillin and Gohan are about to be attacked, it's and I think Vegeta comes in. It's thank God, you never think Vegeta's going to be a guy who you'd be have that sense of relief. Yeah, it's wow, he's going to save them.
I mean, the first thing you see him is he's cannibalizing someone. Is it a person, isn't he?
Yeah, he's eating someone. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I remember that now. And he was a different color as well.
Yeah.
His hair was brown.
It's obviously the early animation to the what they actually wanted it.
I'm glad you guys all have now changed your favorites to Vegeta.
No. It's not just that he's the son of Vegeta. It's that the way that he comes into the story, right? It's Like, you know when you watch Power Rangers and then the Green Ranger comes in for the first time, you're like, who's this guy? Like, and then this guy starts showing that he's got the power equivalent to the best goodie at the moment, and he fights on your side, and he's a mysterious character. He's got a sword.
He's got blonde hair. He's a Super Saiyan.
And then he just cuts up Frieza like it's nobody's business. And then he talks about his dire situation that he's escaped on, and coming back in time is like, this place is paradise to me. And he's meeting his dad, and then he's full like, you know, he's trying to be a strong person in front of his dad to impress him as well, to be like, you know,
he's trying to be cool.
Yeah, like I'm a son that you would be proud of, and you will trust me as well, kind of thing. He loses though because Vegeta lets Cell freaking eat 18. Yeah, that was a
dude. That bit where Trunks got like fucking buff and is just like too slow to move, and Vegeta's like, "You fool!" Wait, was Vegeta already knocked out by then?
Yeah, he was already knocked out. It was what actually happened was like he came like all buff, and he's like, "Why can't I land a hit?" And they actually cut scene to Goku because Goku was doing the hyperbolic time.
Yeah, he was doing it in the hyperbolic
and he did
time
it,
chamber.
And then like Gohan was like, "Wow, Dad, like your power level is stronger than Cell," and he was like saying, "Yeah, but like with this amount of muscle, I can't move." And then you cut back to Trunks going like, "Why can't I land a hit?"
Yeah, and that was against second stage Cell as well, which is...
No, that was final. That was final.
Was it? Oh, was it perfect?
Because,
like,
like,
just after.
Vegeta got knocked out against
because he let 18 get sucked up, and then Cell's like, "Come here, Vegeta," and slapped him, and then he fell asleep.
I thought he was the coolest character until Gotenks came along, but Gotenks isn't exactly a character. He's just a meme, so you can't really say Gotenks is your favorite.
He's a character.
I think you can like Gotenks.
Gotenks is
I reckon you can include him.
I would consider Gotenks.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that they consider the fusion of Goku and Vegeta's sons to be only one character and hardly two characters, because Goten and Trunks don't really have much personality apart from being crybabies, if I recall correctly.
Crybabies?
I think that
they cry?
I think,
well, I mean, it's like you gotta say they're
like
kids.
Trunks
like,
has a
kids, so
bratish
like,
character.
I think I like Goten and Trunks. I think they had some pretty good scenes.
Yeah,
and
the Budokai fight.
I don't remember them ever
right?
crying.
Their fight in the Budokai as well. Kind of
in the tournament.
Yeah, they had like comedy
As,
scenes. Didn't they try and like
man.
dress up as like pass for one person?
Crybabies is not correct. I guess it's just children. I just view them as children. Like, yeah, I guess comic relief, but
fucking strong children.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's a Super Saiyan bargain sale.
Gotenks never exactly achieves a victory, right?
He was gonna beat Boo.
He was gonna beat Boo, but then
he escaped.
Yeah, and ran out of time.
I can speak on Trunks. I mean, he was just cool when he came on the scene. Just his character, very like noble. Has a sword. I mean, there's not much to it, to be honest.
He's got a sword.
Yeah.
He's got a hat.
Immediate number one.
That is the Saiyan, like just an extra Saiyan who, again, isn't like a child. When he comes on the scene, you know, you had Goku and Vegeta as like adult Saiyans who could go Super Saiyan, and when he comes in, he's just like another Super Saiyan, and it's awesome. And
Vegeta couldn't at the time.
He couldn't? Oh, okay. But yeah, I guess around that time.
I think it's all about his introduction. Like, he was like this unknown factor that was a Super Saiyan, which we had just like spent an entire arc on talking about legends, and only the main character did it, and everyone thought it was the fucking coolest thing on the planet. And then this guy rocks up, already a Super Saiyan, kills the guy that Goku just beat, that we spent 40 episodes just looking at for the planet exploding.
Sliced him up like tofu.
Who was also stronger than how he was back when he fought Goku as well, because he was all like cyborgy. And I think his intro just like solidified him as like one of like the most like popular characters.
I like the idea that he comes in as mysterious, but I'm pretty sure myself and everyone in like primary school when we watched it knew that he was Vegeta's son. Like everyone,
I didn't.
I'm pretty sure like everyone in the classroom heard. Have you heard that Trunks is coming? He's Vegeta's son. Am I wrong? Like we knew that, didn't we?
Yeah, no, we did. We talked about it.
But I think that's because you probably knew it like from the history, like from the Japan thing, right? Like
exactly. Well, like obviously it come out in Japan years before, so you know, like whispers came around that, you know, this new character that's coming in, it's going to be Vegeta's son.
kid.
DBZ was all the rage on the playgrounds. Like, yeah.
Growing up.
Because long
definitely.
before they came out
For
in the
sure.
anime on our TV, like you could see images and pictures of them, like in like toys and merchandise.
And Tazos, remember the
online.
Tazos?
I always wondered
And
who
then
they
the
were
pink
though.
ones?
Remember, like in the Dragon Ball Z opening, when you like see all the characters, and like at the very end, it shows like a bunch of them, and then you see Goku's there, and then he turns like Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
I remember at the time going, "Who is that guy? I haven't seen him yet, like for ages." And Trunks was in that picture too.
Yeah, he
Trunks
is.
was-
Yeah.
They updated it. They've updated it like as time goes. So like at the beginning, Goku doesn't transform, and then like obviously since the
But
I guess
ever
the
since
Android
like
saga,
the English Dragon Ball Z, in the English Dragon Ball Z, ever since the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, you saw that
Super Saiyan.
image.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never really paid attention to it. I guess.
Yeah.
I love Team Gohan because we see him grow up, obviously from like a helpless kid from, you know, when he was being trained by Piccolo and being kidnapped by his uncle, then just growing up to be like as a Team Gohan, like being the strongest, stronger than Goku at that point in time, and that he's the one who saves the world, defeats Cell, the strongest guy at that point. He's just being a reliable guy like all the way through. He probably started becoming one of my favorites around the Namek saga, when, you know, it's given it to like him and Krillin, without like the...
I love that bit.
You know, without the safety of, you know, the strongest character Goku being there to save them. It's just Krillin and Gohan, and you really see like Gohan. And we've always known that he's had like this hidden potential. Like that was why like Raditz kind of kidnapped him at the beginning, because he's got half human, half Saiyan blood. And he had that massive power outburst against Raditz and like went off the scales on the Power Reader. And so I guess it's finally seeing that come to...
Yeah, he peaks.
Exactly.
He peaks in the Cell
Cell come
saga.
to fruition.
Yeah.
That's like when his story arc kind of like comes to a climax, right?
And his whole bonding with his father as well, because he missed out on that. Like, you know, I think how old was he? He was like 4 when he got kidnapped, and then his dad was dead.
Then
for
his
a
dad
year.
dies.
Then his dad was like recovering in rehab, and he was like alone on Namek. And then his dad died again. Oh no, he was on another planet, and so he's gone like all these years without his dad. And finally, he got to spend, you know, I think a year with him in the hyperbolic time chamber.
They spent 3 years training the androids.
Yeah.
And then 1 year in the hyperbolic time chamber.
So that's good.
So
like
they had
the
some
whole
good time.
bonding experience also contributes to why I liked Team Gohan.
Yeah.
Maybe Goku wasn't a bad dad after all.
Gohan is the most relatable character when you're watching Dragon Ball at the age that we did, I think.
Yeah, that I was gonna like kind of say that. So
Exactly, and that was like the point where I liked it the most. DBZ.
yeah,
Sorry,
it's like
sorry,
you
man.
watch
Yeah, sorry,
Gohan
man.
from a child, and like he actually grows up with you watching the show. Like he was kind of the only character that kind of aged right in that whole show.
Yeah,
Parallels.
essentially.
That you kind of see. Like he was like a little kid, and then you always got this thing for Gohan because he's got like this potential. Like you knew that he had this potential.
He becomes a disappointment, but
And then like
We don't talk about Gohan after Teen Gohan, right?
yeah.
I guess, yeah.
So and then like you see it like come to fruition. Like he became who he was at the Cell Saga. I think, and I guess it's kind of similar to what Christian said about Vegeta. For me, Gohan was like, he was very realistic in a way, like as a character, because you look at Goku was just like too nice. And then sometimes you look at Vegeta, he's a bit like too evil, like kind of thing.
It's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, but you look at Gohan, he was a good kid until he snapped. And then like in that fight against Cell, I don't know if you guys remember, but he like Goku was mentioned like kill him now, kill him now, and he goes, no, I want to make him suffer, like because all the stuff that he's done, and he just kind of like, well,
he
this
became
kid's
fucking
lost it.
sadistic.
Yeah, he's very sadistic, but
he's always had this evil fucking side of him.
yeah, he does. It was
Yes.
kind of like relatable in a way because you're like, man, Cell's done so much bad, whereas like Goku was like, you know, too nice to do anything about it. Vegeta was probably like, I just want to beat him because he beat me. Whereas like Gohan at the end had that reason of wanting to actually murder him, but like slowly. So I thought, and the other part was like, you know, like what John mentioned, like he didn't really have a dad growing up. For the Cell saga.
What do you mean? Piccolo?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like for the Cell saga, like he, instead of using like Goku's gi kind of thing, like he asked for Piccolo's. I thought that was kind of cool. Like,
that was really
he
cool.
Actually he went like, no, I want like the one that your gi because you know you're part of my like growing up. As well, so
you're my real dad.
Yeah, he was always like a good kid.
Piccolo is his real dad.
Yeah.
He was more instrumental during his formative years, like with Piccolo's rough training after Goku died. Like, that was, I think that was instrumental towards toughening Gohan up to be able to be the person who weathered through Namek and then reached his peak, like power in the Cell game saga. Sorry, John, what were you going to say?
That the relationship between Gohan and Piccolo was really cool as well. Like before, you know, when I first watched DBZ, I didn't know about Dragon Ball, but Piccolo was a villain in that. And at the beginning of DBZ, you can tell that Piccolo was an enemy to Goku before. But, you know, and Piccolo's just really hard. Before that, he didn't care about protecting Earth. He's like purposeful fighting against Raditz was because he wanted to take over himself. And so it's like watching Gohan is like the reason why Piccolo becomes a good guy and, you know,
that's true, yeah, definitely.
Grows a heart.
So that was favorite characters. Good hustle.
What about Goku? I said Goku. Doesn't anyone know what?
Okay, so
Wait, Goku was your favorite?
I said like
I thought Teen Gohan was.
No, it was Teen Gohan, and then I said Vegeta, and then I said Goku.
The three
Goku
Saiyans.
I mean, I guess we can mention Goku.
You gotta mention Goku.
All right. I mean, Goku's fine. He's cool. I like him.
Yeah.
I'm wearing his shirt, but
Same.
you know, he's
a bit plain,
just
definitely.
there.
But yeah.
You know,
He's literally your typical naive protagonist savior who will die to save everyone and then come back, be reborn stronger again. That's it.
He paved the way. His character paved the way for that kind of character, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if there were a lot of characters.
I'm pretty sure Jesus was the first one, but okay.
Well, he didn't care for his son.
Um,
he wanted to fight. He wanted to fight in space too.
But the one thing I'll say is like definitely, why he's up there is actually probably for this like one kind of scene, I guess. But
which one?
Like when he died, they could have revived him, but he didn't want to get revived. The second time, it was kind of like
saga.
he kind of
Goku?
realized that. Yeah, he kind of said like it's my time's up, kind of thing. Like this is now your kind of thing. So
Noble
I always thought that was
sacrifice.
like passing of the torch. I always thought like you had to.
I didn't take it that
way.
way. But
Yeah, Gohan dropped it as well.
Yeah, he dropped it, but it was kind of like him like realizing that I had to kind of give up. So I don't know.
I must return to my planet.
I always took it that like he was giving up his obligations as a father because he was more interested in training and fighting in like inter-world tournaments and stuff.
Selfish. Yeah, extremely selfish.
Like I never considered it that way, David.
But I think it was like at that time, like obviously later on it became kind of like that. But at the end of the Cell saga, he like can we like let's bring back Goku, and it's like no, like I want to like I'll stay here kind of thing. You guys live your life. You can look at it any way you want, but I always thought it was more towards like like now it's your turn to protect Earth kind of thing. Like I'm done with it in the sense like you're strong enough now. You can do it.
I feel the same way as David. I thought the same thing.
Yeah, so I always thought that was kind of cool.
I'd never considered it that way, but I think that's a better way to think of it. I'd prefer.
It's like John's way. He's a bad father.